You sit in the shallow pool of the Amari Hot Springs, breathing in deeply the earthy, steamy air, eyes closed, slow breaths in and out as you listen to the peaceful sounds of the jungle all around you. Your attention had been kneaded away by the orcish fingertips of Glasha. Glasha and Geralt truly are miracle workers, and you wonder to yourself why it took you so long, why you waited a full year to come back. In part, meeting Iolite had changed things, but you will never let that much time go between treatments again. That's for sure. A year's worth of stress, overexertion, and worry gone in 30 minutes. Chased by mimosas. And yet it is here in the clear and quiet calm that our memories search for and very often find us. When we are most vulnerable and off our guard, the dark canvas behind your eyes flashes scenes from a night you'd prefer not to remember. The laughter, the smiles, the innocence, the cocktails and fancy dresses, or what you thought of as fancy at the time.
I'm always fancy when I'm young.
The coveted looks and stares from strangers. The evening of joy and happiness shattered by sudden violence. No, please! Take what you want. Just leave us alone. Ah, but that's the thing, see? You are what we want. That's just a pretty penny, you will. Ayla! It happened so quickly, the visions are few, but they are vivid. The rope tied around Ionona's neck as her hazel eyes plead with yours, and the man with the flower tattoo on his cheek drags her down the alleyway.
I got to know it's a man with a flower tattoo.
The crack of the baton over Chiron's head as she crumples to the ground, only to be lifted by the man with the missing front teeth. The look of confusion on Zira's face as the blade of the long dagger wielded by the man with the scar that started at the left corner of his mouth and ran all the way up the side of his head. The long dagger whose swing was meant for you who was the one fighting back the hardest, sunk deep into her belly instead. Your screams, or at least you assume you had been screaming, since others did find you as you held Zira's head in your lap when she took her last breath, tears streaming down her face, her last words a whisper. No, I don't want to go. And then you alone. A loud gasp rips you from the unwanted visions as Kethra's head breaks the surface of the water, your heart pounding. You blink as the light from the suns accosts your eyes. It's hard to say, but you swear she looks even more pale, like she's seen a ghost. In the awkward seconds that follow, she recounts her own vision as you are actively pushing yours out of your head. And then Iolite chimes in. Ayla, your hair.
What color is it now?
Red.
Ugh.
At least you match.
You need contrast. You must have contrast. And it will pass eventually.
I'll have everyone else make I'll have you make an insight check.
Let's see.
14.
I'm going to say with a 14, you've known Ayla for a while. You can tell that Ayla is more tense than someone that you would have expected to be after they just got a very wonderful
Those
massage.
knots instantly come back.
She jumped a little bit
That's
higher
how
than
knots are
expected when Kethra gasped up from the water. And that tension that had gone is somehow immediately back. But it doesn't really make sense that it would be from what Kethra has said. So, you all are within... Did you want to say anything?
No, I'm just thinking about the knots.
So you all are in the hot springs, you had noticed that another carriage had arrived from the ballasted road that comes down to the hot springs. It looked like a bunch of random folks who weren't paying all that much attention, but as you are sitting there, just relaxing, kind of looking at each other as you calm down, and as Ayla, a trained actress, also calms down, you do notice these voices that you recognize, more specifically children's voices. And as you kind of look over to where the carriage has stopped and see people coming off of it, you see the two small children, Aroka and Cass, jump down and they just start running, who knows in what direction, they're just running and screaming. And Cass jumps off of the carriage as well and looks, and you notice and recognize the ambassador, Nadola Corral, his wife. She also steps down. And next to them, two folks that you don't recognize. A male dwarf. He has a long, well-trimmed beard, and, well, you can't see from here, but when you do, eventually, his blue eyes that kind of reflect the light. Very traditional clothing, diplomatic, he's not a commoner as he steps down. This red and gold robe with these intricate patterns. Next to him, coming down from the carriage, you also notice a gnome, a female gnome. She's very petite gnome, but petite for a gnome. Very round face. She steps down and has this very wide smile. She also has green and gold tunic that is not commoner clothing. Very intricate patterns that you can kind of see from there. And beside them you see two lizard folk guards, very clearly guards. They have their weapons with them. And beside them, two dwarven guards as well, also with weapons. And this group comes down. They're far enough away that you recognize them, but your heads are probably pretty much the only things that they can see of you, so they might not recognize you. You would assume from what you heard, Eldon, at the slab in center, that this is Ambassador Euthris from Eporia and the two diplomats from Aprana and their guards, respectively. So as you are all sitting there, did you want to say or do anything before I describe what happens next?
Eldon's going to sink into the water until it's just like his nose. So we can breathe.
Just put my head back, get my hair wet. Just do that thing where you're just looking up at the sky going, just, calming yourself.
Kai will keep an eye, see where they're heading to.
Okay.
Just chilling.
Just chilling. Well, just chilling. Okay. So as you watch, the ambassador and the two other ambassadors, likely, head into... You see, actually, Ambassador Euthris... strange. You see Ambassador Euthris says something to one of her lizard folk guards, and then she heads into the tent, and you see Glasha and Geralt. They both come out and then are greeting them and bring them all inside. And as you're standing there or sitting there in the pools, the lizard folk guard begins to head in your direction. You also see Cass and Aroka running off, and their father is kind of chasing them a little bit, not worried chasing, just chasing them as they go.
Try not to get eaten by another plant.
I like how I sympathize with this guy. This is his lot in life. He's the trophy husband. He's the kid. He has the kids. I'm gonna go work over there, and the kid's like, "Yay!" He's like,
He's only got one arm. So The lizard folk guard begins heading in your direction. They have a long spear. They're dressed in pretty solid looking like leathers or studded leather armor. Not anything that like in the sun would destroy them. Just they've probably dressed down a little bit. They're there to be guards, but it's Yamari, nothing happens here, so but they just kind of come over. Very professional looking as they approach your team.
I'm picturing them in Speedos with leather chest guards. That's my headcanon.
So they come over, and you see that they have this like very, very light scaled skin, almost like not quite an albino, but like that very, very light green. And they have these like bright, bright blue eyes. Very striking appearance as they come down, kneel down to where you all can see, and just say, "We're going to have to ask you to vacate, as there will be some diplomatic business occurring just over at the other pool. So if I could please request that you gather your belongings and head back to Balstead."
So how many pools are there?
There's many. There's several.
But they're taking all of them.
They just look at all of you, kind of waiting for an acknowledgement.
I stare at them, but take an extra long minute before I get up, but don't argue it. But I don't like break eye contact. I'm just staring and just go.
They stand up as well as you get up out of the pool. No reaction. They're just... And as they stand up, you hear a voice from the side go, "Hey, I know them! I know who that is!" And you see Cass and Aroka come running up, and then the father coming close behind. And Cass looks at you and says, Your hair's different. Did you just color your hair? Why did you color your hair?"
The pools will do that from time to time.
"The pool dyes your hair red." And
It does many things.
Cass looks at Aroka and she's like, "Oh, we don't have hair."
What's hair?
Maybe it'll dye your skin.
Why are you naked? Of all the questions, it was the hair.
Well, that's the most, that's the mind of a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've probably seen lots of naked folks. So Cask comes over and looks at you all. "Oh, you're enjoying the hot springs this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
You were leaving already? It's just the morning."
asked to leave.
"Oh, really? We did not know you were here." He looks at the lizard folk guard, who's just like kind of waiting for an answer, and the guard explains that Ambassador Euthris asked that the pools be vacated for the discussion. And Cass says, Hold on, girls come." And he says, Stay where you are, stay where you are." And he leads the guard back, and they go into the tent.
Politics. Always something.
It's never fun.
Could you hand me my robe? Thank you.
A couple of... Are you getting out?
I'm not standing in the cold.
It's not cold. It's
When you're in a hot spring, that wind makes you cold.
Right. So you're getting out of the hot springs.
I'll say I'm standing like ankle deep.
Okay.
The most awkward thing you could do in a hot spring.
That's why I need my robe.
Just
Can't
standing
sit
there.
on the edge. Relax.
After a couple of minutes, you see the tent like flap kind of opens, and you see the very tall body of the dragonborn ambassador. She pokes her head out, her whole body comes out, and then she's changed her clothing. She's wearing this like very simple black bathing suit, essentially, with a sheer white kind of bathing suit cover. And
Imagine like a Bond girl like on the
Sort
beach,
of.
but as a giant, like dragonborn.
Yes.
And picturing an iguana and a tankini.
Yeah. There you go.
And interestingly, of course, like you had seen her before when she was in this full getup, and she had the like human kind of body or whatever with all of the extras. She is not wearing. Obviously, she's in a bathing suit. She's just simple black clothing with the sheer overcoat type thing. And she heads out. You see everyone else kind of
Did
slowly.
we establish that dragonborn have bosoms?
She does not.
They
know.
Oh,
don't
okay.
have-
You went like this.
Right.
Remember,
In
she
her-
was
The
wearing
thing
a
she
fake.
was wearing.
Oh,
It was like a
wait,
fake,
okay,
fake
I got
bodice.
you. All right.
Right. So she starts walking over very quickly to you, and then the two girls like follow. They're not wearing. Hot springs are not that great for kids, especially like lizard folk / dragonborn type kids. So they're not going to go into the springs clearly by what they're wearing. But they follow behind her, and she very quickly steps up. The lizard folk guards are doing their job, following behind. And she says, "Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Ambassador.
I apologize. I did not know that it was you all. Please enjoy your bath. We will not disturb you. No one else will be coming. So if anything, enjoy it even more, the quiet, as we will be having discussions over there.
No, we very much appreciate it.
Enjoy. You do see Cass and Aroka. You may or may not see. As you were looking, I'm going to have everybody kind of do perception checks.
Whoops.
$21.
Okay.
I like playing a character that is not like fucking blind. Arik was always
9.
like 5, 7, 3.
2 plus 3, 5.
5,
20.
20.
11.
Okay. Eldon and Iolite, you definitely would see, and Ayla, you kind of notice out of the corner of your eye there. Aroka and Cass are like inching towards your bag with the sashes. And they go to like snatch one.
His hand's gonna like shoot out and grab the bag.
And they're like, and one of them goes like, "You're fast."
Can I use taumaturgy to
Thaumaturgy.
like blow like the loosest sash, like he grabs them, but like can I use it to like one that's he's not gripping as tight?
Well, he
Just-
grabbed his bag.
Oh, he grabbed the. I thought for some reason I'm picturing him like on the bag and you just
Yes. Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I don't know if they are or not, but
I tied him. How's that?
Yeah.
Good luck stealing one now.
Never mind.
well, they're supposed to be loosely draped so that people can actually.
Right, you
see
can't
them,
staple
unless
them to
you're
your
unless you're cheating. So if you're playing by the rules,
Yeah, then I'll do it whatever the rules are. I was just joking anyways.
Like, he doesn't know the rules.
I mean, you could not play by the rules. That's up to you.
No, he's gonna be fair.
Okay. Yes, you can. One of them's gonna reach out to try to grab it.
Can I try to grab it at the same time?
Yes. Oh yeah.
What would that be?
We'll just do
Dexterity?
sure. She rolled a 2.
It's a 15. 12
Okay.
plus 3.
Ripped from the child's hands.
So one of them's like,
I grab the bag and then it starts to grab it like right out of her face.
he goes, "Oh." And the ambassador is like, "Cass, Aroka, go. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Thank you. I still would love to host you for dinner at the Smiling Eyes, if you have time. No pressure.
Perhaps tonight, if you're free.
Sure. If you meet us there, we'll be there."
Will the other ambassadors from Aprana be present?
Well, that depends on how our conversations go.
Are they going well so far?
They're going. All right. right.
Just smile.
You see
That
a
is
nod.
classified.
A complete, like, just blank look on Eldon's face.
All right, enjoy. And she steps over. There's actually these, you hadn't noticed them before, but they are sort of these natural cabanas a little bit, that it's almost like they just took advantage of these like pockets that go into the jungle a little bit and then have draped down these vines with flowers that you could pull to the side. So she heads over to one of the others waiting for the ambassadors to come. And they set up within another spring, probably about 60 or so feet away. And just kind of get in. They're all wearing the same kind of very simple black, full body, well, yeah, basically like shorts with a tank top type thing and the sheer thing. You don't want colors in the hot springs; it'll just run. But they're also not going to get nude in front of each other because it's a diplomatic discussion. So
It's a good thing none of us are diplomats.
So they all just go sink into the hot springs beside you, but far enough away, and then you see the dwarven and lizard folk guards are set up around to
So
watch people.
how far away exactly?
They're probably like 60 feet or so away.
Let's see if I can try
Sink back into the just that track to that down to well that probably burned. But like, you know, that down to here and try to like get back in the groove, but it's been ruined. So it's like
Alright. You do see Cass and Aroka still running around. And Cass stops chasing them at a certain point and just sits down far enough away from your group and where the discussions are happening.
Leave me alone.
that's what I did this afternoon. It's like, all right, done. Just let them do what they're gonna do. Well, get back to trying to enjoy it, I suppose. They are from leaders of your land, is that correct?
Emporia, yes. And the others, the dwarf and what was the other? Oh, the gnome. They're from Aprana.
And are they enemies?
It's hard to say. I would say yes, but others might not agree.
So I would imagine that these negotiations would benefit your homeland for when you get back, yes?
Possibly. Aprana has taken some of Emporian territory, and I'm not sure that exactly how that all... I am not a diplomat myself, so I'm not exactly how it all breaks down.
I do not concern myself with the politics of anything. I only dance my way through the,
Life?
yes, that is a good way to put it.
Eldon's not going to contribute anymore. He's keeping an eye on his bag. That's what he's doing.
It's in the water, just holding it.
You'd think, by looking at it, you'd notice that it was really beat up. So, really old and beat up, so...
Yeah, every once in a while you do see one of them kind of like slowly, not any, like probably a good 15 feet away, but they just like, they're running and then they stop and slowly walk by looking at it.
Eldon will, like, make it into, like, a game that you do with kids where you're like, that thing, and then they,
Yeah.
run away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to force myself to relax at this point.
Okay.
So how long do you typically stay in here? Eldon asks awkwardly.
It's as long as you want. As long as you need.
Eldon looks and feels really awkward. He's not used to sitting down and relaxing for this long.
Usually it is much better when you go and get orc manhandled before you get in the water.
That...
Something's wrong.
Sorry, woman handled.
Either way. So what else do you want to do today, I suppose?
This is my first time at the festival. I have no idea what else goes on.
It's just like the day before games and
There's
stuff during
games,
the day,
and
right?
today, at the end of the day, there will be Fulio the Jester, and
Who's in the other corner?
Julio.
The magician, I think? Or
yeah,
the wizard?
there's a wizard.
Tell
as
me they're
well.
boxing still.
Not quite.
Is it like dueling pianos except like dueling magic?
I was just like Harry
no,
Potter
they're
style.
not on at the same time. One goes
Oh.
after the other. But,
What was the name of the wizard again?
Zod.
Zod?
Zangath or Zargath.
Kneel before Zod, the wizard.
Fulio and Zaganath. There we go. Zaganath the Great Wizard.
I would recommend, since we will not be disturbed here, to take advantage of these hot springs. It is not often that you get them primarily to yourself, especially during the festival.
Eldon will kind of like sink back into the water, but if anyone's paying attention, he's definitely like doing that, like bouncing his leg, and he's just kind of like
Underwater, so it's really slow.
And he's very lightly glowing. So there's that.
Oh yeah, so you would definitely see that then through the water, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just definitely antsy.
Okay. Is there anything anyone wants to do in particular at the hot springs? If not, we'll...
Nothing in particular.
Are they close? Could I read some lips from that distance or no? Depending on...
Unless you...
I don't know if that's
have
actually some...
that.
Is that an
It is
actual
a
skill?
thing.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
even... Oh, okay, so no, never
You
mind.
could...
I was like, shit,
How
what
about roll
language?
roll a perception check? We'll just see how it is.
It's not 20.
Oh,
I swear to God! I swear to God!
Plus what?
For what was it?
Perception.
3.
Okay.
you just pulled.
You start
I saw it.
dude, you start
I
rolling
saw
for
it.
me. I swear to God, I'm not fucking around.
You just pulled the Harry Potter now. He just took his ear off and he put it on a string and just threw it 20 feet closer to them.
I'm still just gonna get if, ands, and but. I'm gonna get like every 10th word.
I will say, give me an insight check. Next.
Like the pack is that one?
Oh, that one's not good. That one's a not right. Line on the bottom means 9. Yeah, 10.
Okay. So it's a steamy hot spring. I'll say that you are able to see their faces. I'm going to say actually that Nadola Corral is facing away from you, and the other two are facing towards you. You see them talking. You do see smiles. Hard to read what kind of smiles they are. Are they legit, genuine? Are they diplomatic smiles, political smiles? They are talking, and there does seem to be periodically, as you're watching, like a moment where the smiles will fade, and it'll get more serious, but you're not seeing anything. They're staying calm,
Okay.
but you can't really get much more from that.
Understood.
Stay calm, honey bunny.
I really have to pee. That's a good movie.
That's what Eldon is saying right now. It's like, do you just pee in here or?
All right, so how long would you want to spend hanging out? It's really only good for like 15 minutes. Then you start getting
Eldon is ready to.
sick.
I have resistance to fire damage, so
Boil.
I'm like Bugs Bunny in a soup. I'm like, yeah.
Is there a place to go and change back into the draft and change into your clothes and stuff?
You can go in the tent. Yeah, so as you all get up and start to leave, you do see that like the guards immediately like look in your direction. Like you got up, you moved, they look at you and watch as you go. You can head back into the tent. Garrel and Glasha, there are separate rooms, and then there's like, and since nobody's coming, you can just change in that separate kind of almost like a doctor's office where they have the separated things that you can go in. And you have the carriage to head back. They're not holding on to it, so.
As we're walking back, I would let them go ahead of us and, like, take her arm and be like, Iolite, does that wound require attention?
Oh no, it's very old.
Oh. Maybe as long as it is not troubling you.
No, it's fine, thanks.
Okay.
Is everything okay with you? You seem awfully tense for someone who was just manhandled by an orc and then boiled in hot soup for 15 minutes.
I do enjoy my orcish manhandles. No, I just memories, intrusive memories of that night.
Yeah.
Kind of ruined the day. In the morning. The day will not be ruined. Just the morning. Another day, another time, Hot Springs will take full advantage of it.
Okay.
I am fine.
All right.
Okay. Best to get dressed then.
Okay. What was Nyx doing while you were hanging out?
I would assume probably messing with Eldon's scarves. Messing
He's
with
the
his
only one that
scarves.
can.
The
That's
only
allowed.
one that can. And while we're traveling back alone, I kind of pull these two aside and kind of let them in on my interaction with Felicia, but I don't want to tell them much. So it's going to be more like, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'd run into someone from my past. Since you are traveling with me, I think it's only fair that you know. I don't know her intentions, but they can't be good. But it's only right that you know, since you are traveling with me. I thought that you both should know if you wanted to go separate ways or whatever. I just think it's right that you know. I don't know what her intentions are. Her intentions are to bring me home, but I don't know what she's about to do that, so.
Are you in some type of trouble or danger?
I could be, but I believe it. Maybe they'll handle it, but I just didn't want you guys to get in the crossfire.
You say they want to take you home.
Yes.
And you don't want to go home?
No.
Then we won't let that happen.
I thank you for your help, but please just watch your backs, please. I don't know if your closeness to me could possibly bring you in the line of fire. I just want you guys to be on your best guard.
3 sets of eyes are better than 1.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Even better if it's 5. He's gonna say quietly.
Yes.
We're several feet behind you, just...
So I appreciate your help, but just please keep your eyes out. I don't want you, since you guys have been traveling with me for a while, and I assume that this person's been kind of watching me for a while now, they may know about you. I'm not sure if they know about Ayla and Iolite yet, so I don't really want to put them I don't want them to know yet in case they don't know about her. And Cole know about them. I don't want them to get in the line of fire if there are no connections to me. Maybe they don't know yet, and I'm hoping.
Do you have a name and a description? Did you see this person yourself?
Her name is Felicia.
And I'm assuming that you tell us what she looks
Yeah.
like.
Just avoid her if possible. And any other interactions between myself and Felicia, I'll be sure to bring Ayla and Iolite in as well, but I think it's best for now to keep them in the dark to protect them from it.
Alright.
If that's what you want to do.
If things change, we'll change it, but until now, I think that's the best, and just be careful.
We all agreed on the boat to watch each other's backs, so
I appreciate that. Please just watch yours as well.
All right.
Thank you. And just kind of keeps on going, acts like nothing. Just walking with Nyx.
What happens if can I pick Nyx up? Will he scratch the shit out of me if I do?
You're gonna get a what the fuck look, but he's gonna let you. He'll let you, but he's gonna be like,
Can I, do that thing where, you put him on your shoulders?
That he'll allow. That he'll allow, because he doesn't have to walk. So that he'll allow. Absolutely.
I know he's a familiar, so he's like already more intelligent than an average cat, but I'm picturing Nibbler from Futurama. Whenever anybody goes to sleep, he just like stands up. All right, now I must get to my business.
All right. So you continue in, get dressed, and you have the carriage that will bring you back to Balsted. I will have you roll a d6 when you arrive back. Unless there's something in particular you want to do, I'll have you roll.
Is there anything of note on the way back? Is it just that like jungle road that you had talked about?
It's just a jungle road. It's meant to be, it's like very beautiful, very peaceful. All you can hear is the carriage going
You
down
can
the
see
road.
like the ocean from where we are, high up, right? No, I thought we were like on the side of the mountain.
No, you're at the
No.
base of the mountain.
Oh, so the hot springs are at the base.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were higher up and like you could like see over most stuff. Okay.
Yeah, no. They're at the base of the mountain. So it's just a jungle view, but it's very nice, quiet.
I think being back on that road, I would be paying particular attention to whether or not I feel anything as we proceed.
Yeah, you don't feel anything.
So who wants to roll the d6?
As you arrive back in the
Right?
Balsted proper and the proprietor of
Oh, I thought
the
we
Silver
rolled the
Hand
d6, I'm
stables.
sorry.
No, you can. You can roll. I was just describing as you guys get there.
Who's gonna roll? Who's gonna start it? There he goes.
6.
Nice.
Man, that
Okay.
doesn't
See, I know,
necessarily
that's
mean
even-
nice, but
It's either good or bad. Doesn't matter.
So you, the owner of the Silver Sage stables, gets you all down off of there. Is like, oh, I hope you had a good time, and makes a little bit of small talk. As you exit the stables, just kind of looking, you look across and start walking. You look across and looking towards the patient Fae. You see Amaret, the human. Was she human? Yeah, she
This
was.
is the hanky girl.
The human guard.
Oh.
That from the Valiant that had gone with you all to Balsted. She is standing outside of the patient Fae, and she is chatting with a person that looks exactly like her. So you see another Amaret just standing there. Hair is different. So Amaret, her hair is kind of like gray and off to the side, and then shaved on one side, and it's red, dyed red. Her twin that she is standing with, she has this long dark gray hair that lies just flat on her back in this like long braid.
Are they in armor too?
No. She is standing in what is very clearly like a tavern, not necessarily maid, but tavern worker clothes. And she's just kind of standing there and they're chatting. One thing that you do notice as they are standing there talking, you see some people that walk by, and all of you would know what this is. But some people that walk by, they kind of like notice them for the first time, and then they do this like symbol where they take 2 fingers, press here, and then up to the sky, and like look up to the sky very quickly. And you know that, again, twins are not a common occurrence necessarily. It happens. It's not like people are going to drop at their feet or anything, but it's like good luck.
Oh, people are doing that as they walk by.
Yeah, as
them.
they walk, they'll see them, and then they just kind of like quickly do, almost like when, religious folks
they
here
get
like
in the Jeep wave.
do the real quick like
The Bronco salute.
yeah, so they're just quickly to the sky. And you just know that that's like an honorific kind of symbol for twins, and like the woven sons and the twins of Phelan and Isvian, and just, again, not that people are going to drop down on their knees in front of them and pray, but just twins are not super common. So special to see them. they don't even notice. Like, they are probably so used to this at this point. They just think they're regular old folks, but you see them chatting.
So it's only identical twins that get this kind of treatment?
Mostly just because no one can tell with the other.
Right, if it's non-identical twins, you don't know they're twins.
Yeah, if with fraternal, they might be able to tell, and it depends.
That's
but
what that's
yeah,
what I meant.
if they can
fraternal
tell,
twins that are like two sisters born, like my cousins, two sisters born at the same time. They have very similar.
yeah, if
facial
people know they're
structures.
twins, then they will do the same. It's the fact
So
that
they don't
it's
necessarily
two.
have to be identical.
No, just those are the ones that are obvious.
And this would be a worldwide thing? Like,
Yes,
you
the
would have
world.
seen that.
Everybody knows about it. Yeah, and twins are everywhere. Like, it's not just humans that have twin children, but
And the two lizard folk aren't.
Cass and Aroka.
Yeah, Cass and Aroka,
No.
they're not. They
No,
don't look
no.
alike.
One's a little bit, couple years older.
Okay.
But they're lizards, so it's probably hard to tell.
For us.
Right, yeah.
Trying to say
They're
that they all look
lizards
alike? Is that what you're trying to say?
They're
am.
lizard slash dragonborn. Lizard folk slash dragonborn.
Look, when I go to Petco and I look in that lizard box, they all look the fucking same.
Eldon's human. He comes from a land full of them, so he can tell the differences.
All right, I'm gonna change my music because I'm not this anymore. All right, so that is what you see. Any reaction or?
Kai's gonna roll his eyes as he sees the people doing the salute. He's gonna
Yeah, no noticeable reaction from Eldon.
Okay.
I gotta call Lee. I had my car on the charger, the battery. Now she's asking me how to take it off.
So I'll have you roll another d6 as Amaret and her sister chat, and then the sister goes into the
We'll go around the table.
patron fae.
5.
We're going in descending order.
You kind of wander around a little bit, getting some more like ice cream and food, and just kind of enjoying the day. And about like midway through the day, you hear like a bunch of laughter, kids laughing, and you look over and see Adrio, the steward, has approached the slab. And you see Millie coming up behind, and she's got this chair, and she places it down on the slab, and there's a bunch of children. And Adria and like a crowd is kind of gathering around the slab, just below the smiling face of the Amari statue. And Adria stands in front of the chair first, and then looks out at everyone and says, "Everyone, everyone! A special occasion, a truly special occasion. The children's foot race has concluded, and our winners," and he gestures down, and you can see Cass and Aroka, and then 2 other like human kids. The 3-legged race has finished, and as promised, I will now take a pie to the face. And the kids are like, ha! Like, everybody's laughing. There's a bunch of clapping going on. And you see Aroka and Cass and then the 2 other children. They have this cream pie of some kind, just generic, whatever. He sits down on the chair and he says, "Now, kids, remember, I am the voice of the man." And before he can even finish, they just go, ah! They run up and they smash this pie in his face. You see Aroka and Cass, they just laugh. The kids are all laughing, and he just sits there. And then, like, he opens his eyes and then smiles, and you can see, like, his huge, like, face is just, like, in the thing. And the kids are all laughing, and he just, like, wipes. And Millie comes over, and she has a little thing. She wipes down his face and is like, "Great job, kids! Great job!" And all the people are just, like, clapping and laughing as the children just stand there with Adrio took a pie to the face.
A cream pie.
Cream pie.
Okay.
Don't leave the table again. You won't miss such things.
Hey, goddamn.
In the
From Millie?
no, no, it was the children's foot race. He sat down and
The winner got the pie.
the winners. Yeah, there were 4 winners.
4 winners?
Because it's 3-legged race. So two pairs of kids won. You do see out in the crowd, the ambassador and her husband are standing there, and very close to them are the
They're-
two others.
Not in the hot spring anymore.
No, it's been a couple of hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, negotiations I feel like political negotiations I feel like take forever.
Yeah,
so
it's
I
like
didn't know.
noonish,
Okay.
and I'm sure there'll be more. It's not just the one conversation. So they're all standing close to each other, and you see the ambassadors like from Aprana, they're clapping as the kids come down. Yeah. Anything you want to?
Can we throw a pie at him?
No, there's just the one.
There's
special
no
pie
more
for the
pies to
kids.
throw.
Is there anyone that I can take their sash from?
Oh yeah. Make a sleight of hand.
I'm gonna do that too.
Okay.
Fuck me.
What
7.
would you say that one
Is it
was?
considered cheating if I'm not technically playing, but I want to help Ayla get them?
I thought so.
Anyone can snatch a
Well.
laugh.
Oh, I want to try.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, everybody
It's
can.
15 total.
All right. Let's see if they perceive
Like,
you.
while it's like.
Yeah.
That was
you know
a
what I'm saying? It's just supposed to be the top.
14.
Yeah.
You get another one. That was a 14 for
Nice.
perception.
I'm going to try to grab one for Ayla
Okay. Eh,
to win her
that was
love.
better.
Play your cards right. And
Although technically, I mean, you rolled a 7, but I didn't roll. It was a 13. So yeah, you
Is
try
it-
to like grab one, and the person's like, eh.
Is it just a straight roll?
Yeah.
9.
Well, no, you add your sleight of hand, right?
Oh yeah, sleight.
Yeah,
of
sleight
hand.
of
It's a sleight of hand check.
11.
That's an 8.
I got
so
one.
you got one. There you go. So you just kind of like walk by a couple and just go,
Oh, yeah.
You should keep it for yourself. Enjoy the game.
But I don't have a sash.
You do now.
I did no, but I just only have this. Don't you have to have a belt or something?
No.
nope.
This
You
is-
can hang it
Oh.
off wherever. You
Oh,
can
that's
join the
great.
game at any
All right, I'm
point.
playing now.
Yeah, you can snatch any laps
Now
you
you are
want.
in the game.
It's so fun.
You do see.
Should have tried to snatch one off the guard. If the guard had one when we were at the hot springs.
I have a feeling the guards are not allowed to play.
See, me too, but it would have been fun.
Yeah, it's like all the way around. It's like they're all tucked into the belts. It looks like a multicolored grass skirt.
I am actually going to have the two of you roll perception checks because you are not playing the game at the moment.
11.
16 plus 3, 19.
19. Okay. Kethra, as you are looking around, kind of, again, staying on high alert, I'm going to say you're going to see two things. Firstly, you scanning the crowd, not really paying attention to these kids, you do see Felicia, and she is, she's just got this, like, meat on a stick, and she's walking through, and, like, just, like, nothing you've ever seen from growing up before, just this, she's enjoying herself. Like, she's out here, she just takes a bite off of the stick, and she looks around, and then she looks and she sees you. And she, like, her gaze lingers for a minute, and then she takes another bite, and then just kind of smiles, nods, and then keeps on walking.
Is it Felicia? Like F-E-L?
F-L-E-E.
Oh, so Felicia. Okay.
Yeah, F-L-E-E-S-H-A.
So make sure I was pronouncing it right.
By Felicia still works though. So
Yeah.
when Julie kills her,
Yeah,
it's going
saving that. Yeah.
Just punt her head. Bye, Felicia.
And then as she's walking across the crowd and like kind of disappearing off, you also see Winkar Wickloop, the little gnome boxer, just standing in the crowd and looking in a direction. And I'm going to have you do an insight check to kind of figure out where they're looking.
10, 15.
Okay. So you see they're standing there and there's this very strange expression on their face. It's like a combination of like worry, determination, terror, like they're motivated, but they're scared, and they're just kind of standing there looking. And as you look and turn in the direction to see, you can see them looking at the ambassador and her kids and the husband, and then the dwarven ambassador and the, like, that crowd, and the gnome ambassador as well from Amprana, and just kind of standing there looking. And there's like a little bit of shakiness to their body, the gnome, as they just stand there and look. And then they look and see that you see them, and they're like, they smile a little bit, and then just turn and walk casually away.
Poor little guy.
I thought that roll was like, and they rip off their shirt to reveal their suicide vest.
Wow.
You don't look at ambassadors like that unless you're gonna run up to them and like make a statement.
What a turn that would have been.
It's like, and now the game begins.
I know, right?
I'm like,
Assassination.
oh, where's this gonna go?
Maybe
Where's
he's gonna
uh-oh.
assassinate them and it just got seen. Maybe he's not so good. Just saying.
There was just something with the suicide vest that just
Maybe
like,
not the suicide vest.
just all these like
Feel like
little
a
potion
dagger or
bottles.
something.
All these little potion bottles.
Well, you got
Potion.
You pull a string and
He
they
throws. He has to smash himself on the ground.
you pull a string and they smash together and then they all you know. They
I think you're on the
multicolored puffs of smoke and fireworks.
Can we make something like that sometime?
Write that down.
If you were
Yeah,
an
is
that like an
artificer, you
artificer?
probably
Yeah.
You have
yeah.
to play an artificer in order to make that happen.
Yep.
I just want to stat that. That's all.
Yeah. If Eldon dies, that's. Sorry.
She's like, it was innocent. He's in love with her.
We're just thinking of fantasy war crimes, that's all.
Yeah. It's just
So, that's what you see.
Is that what flashes through
None
your
of us
mind?
even
Is
I hope not.
I hope not either. Poor little guy.
You also would have noted that, I mean, they don't walk around just like wearing their boxing gloves all day, so like in their hand,
that'd be hilarious.
just one boxing glove on one hand.
you do see like a mug
Old
of
UFC
something
fights.
like that they're drinking.
It's poison.
It's a bomb.
When it mixes with their reptilian DNA on their lips.
All right, anything else that you all are doing?
No, we're just making up our own story.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
hijacking
You
her,
really
her
want
narrative.
some people to die here, I guess. I haven't killed anybody yet, so it's a
No,
problem.
that's the thing, because we were talking about it the other day. It's like, I'll speak for us all. Fuck it. We're thoroughly enjoying this. But, like, it's just like, I have no idea where this is going to go. Like,
Yeah.
the last game, like, we're like, okay, we all met. That village is on fire, and there's a dragon. We're going to run to it. And then shit just kept rolling downhill from there.
We
Here we're
literally
just like,
ran
we're
down-
naked, we're drinking,
We know
we're
each other.
intimidating people into
Doesn't matter.
stuff.
Playing
by
games.
the second
Yeah.
or third session, we were running down a city street, saving people and hacking apart cultists as we ran. Like that was.
So I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop
We're not
here. Like,
snatching any laughs, were you?
Nope. No
Doing
last
my
match.
job. I'm still waiting.
Imagine if like 6 months from now, when we still haven't actually had a
I was gonna say, like, we're on
Imagine
edge
that.
because we
I
know
don't think
eventually
anybody would
something's
watch.
gonna happen.
Anything that I continue to
We'd
put
actually
out.
start showing up in like islandy clothes and stuff like that.
It's just
This
an
is like-
island
this is
fantasy.
this is
Right.
our life.
TTRPG.
it's the love boat.
Turn the thermostat.
Everyone starts having relationships, and that's the whole story.
All of a sudden, there's like apocalypse around, so this turns into Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Get off the
Felicia's
island.
like, you know what? I'm gonna stay.
It's okay. It's like, all right, girl.
Let's open up a shop together.
Absolutely.
Okay. So anything else?
It's B-U-Y, Felicia.
Perfect.
Right back in your hair, tale of a faithful party who drank a lot of cocktails on this Trump. I can't rhyme.
So there are still games, or I can throw another thing at you.
What are the games?
There's the apple bobbing. You did the bottle throwing, grease pig, coin flip, daggers, pie eating, spin the wheel, three-legged race, stump chop. I don't know why I keep wanting to add M's. The lavender iguana racing and the barrel run.
What is a lavender iguana racing?
You just bet on these iguanas and see which one wins this for. Their
It's like
names
when they
are.
do that with cockroaches in prison.
Yeah.
Race.
But you don't have to. I have plenty of other things. So.
I think I'm just gonna try to keep snatching laughs.
Okay, go ahead. Snatch another laugh. You want to do it too?
I'm gonna try to snatch his while he's trying to snatch someone
Okay.
else's.
Go ahead and roll.
Pat, tell me what that is.
I got 12.
I think it's the 18.
19.
That's what it looks like.
And it was sleight of hand.
Yep, sleight of hand.
18 plus 3.
All right, they rolled a 7. So you got one.
I got an 11.
You gonna try to take mine?
I'm trying to take yours while you're distracted taking another one.
So
Play
roll a
cards, right?
perception.
You could get them all
roll a perception check with disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Yeah, because you're busy
I'll roll
grabbing.
this
She's
twice instead
doing
of
it
using the
while
rainbow
you're.
one.
And actually, I'm going to say with
Ooh,
advantage.
that's a 4.
All right.
And
'Cause you
either a 12 or
intentionally ruined
13. That's a 4.
Oops, that's correct.
4. Hold on. You said it was perception?
Yeah.
7.
Okay.
19.
Oh shit.
So you get
Hear you.
at least, let's see, 7,
Oh, she
12. That's a big range there.
Can I pretend like I didn't see it? But I really did.
No, you really
I rolled
didn't.
too
Not with
well
that
for you to
roll.
How many?
There's no real rule here. I'm going to say 2 because that's a 7 versus a 19. What did you roll, Ayla?
12.
Natural 1.
Excellent.
So with a 12, it was the same difference. I'm going to say you get 2. You like
From me?
2 people. No, not from
Oh,
you.
I was gonna say only
Who's robbing blind from every angle?
2 people are walking by you on opposite ends, and you just
As you're
pull
like
your hands out.
slowly walking up, they're just like,
Yeah, right.
thank you.
You can turn them in at the end of any day, by the way. It doesn't have to. You can wait till the end, or you can do it at the end of each day. All right. I will have you roll a d6 again.
Your turn.
Your turn. Oh, it's my turn? Oh, fun. Yay.
You're whittling
Ooh,
them down.
1. Sorry. That could be bad or good. I don't know. Could be bad or good. We don't know.
I got a good feeling about that one.
Thank you.
I'm gonna feel it.
I just feel like every session there's like a little bit more with the battle mat. Like last night was just the mat. This week it's the dice and a camera.
Not just any dice. Death
Yeah.
dice.
All right, let's see here. So with that roll, you actually meet a new NPC. Let's see who you should meet.
I'm gonna get my NPC page ready.
Eldon's ever gonna go
Oh,
to tie
let's do
that
this
one
one.
onto his sash and then notice that he has less. You know, like, does he notice that she has more now?
You would notice. You wouldn't know if they're yours, but you notice that you have less, and that
If I look at her, like one of those looks like
like
And I'm like,
Iolite
this is my-
has some now. and didn't before.
does she look guilty?
Are you trying not to?
I'm trying not to look guilty.
Okay, then roll a deception, and you roll a insight.
Natural 20.
Oh shit.
Plus
Okay.
What was it? Sorry. Deception?
deception, yeah.
Oh, actually 19.
Ooh, a 19.
Garbage charisma.
16 plus you said insight. Oh, she just beat it at 17.
Okay.
Alright, I guess
Yeah,
I'll,
so
I guess
you
I'll
don't
trust
know.
you
You're
at
not
one
sure.
point.
I wish
He's
I
like
could
a
cast
rock.
this character.
I can't read her.
So
I'm stone
She's really.
faced.
Oh, damn
Get
it! You
it?
just got it. I was gonna say she really is stone faced. Fuck.
Jokes.
Again,
They're
just
all
like a
full of
point. You gotta
jokes.
be by 1 second.
Gotta be quick here.
all right, so I'm gonna send you a picture of this woman that you see.
Send
Stone-faced
all of us,
thief.
or
All of you, I'm texting it to you because
you can't bring it up on here.
I can't. I don't have this hooked up to that. It's
Oh.
that.
Just beautiful waterfall footage.
I'm gonna put it in the Discord for you. Right where I've been putting all the other pictures of the NPCs, if it wants to pull up. So you see this
player resources?
Like, you thought that hold on, art references.
Okay, Muriel.
Apparently,
I
I've not
see
been
you,
paying
Muriel.
attention
I
to
didn't
this
know Muriel
page
was,
because.
Muriel's a cutie.
Where are we?
If you go to art references,
Yeah, for these like sub ones, you have to like hit the follow so that you're
Oh.
notified when things
Oh,
pop
she's
up.
I was
in
gonna
there.
say, like, I don't think I ever get any notifications about this.
No,
you
I never see
thought
these.
that Kethra Braun Anvil was a big dwarf.
Oh my!
And you see this woman, this female dwarf,
This looks like Hurley from Lost.
walks down.
Nailed it in one shot, dude. Wow.
She is walking through the streets like slow and steady, wearing exactly what you see there, looking exactly as you see her, with this like part down the middle, her long brown hair cascading down her back, but not very, beautifully brushed or anything. She's wearing these like fur pauldron. She's got leather chest plate. Her arms are bare. She looks comfortable in the heat. These bright blue eyes, like piercing, doesn't begin to describe. Her beard is like, it's got a little bit of gray that kind of goes up, and it turns from like this straight to like a little bit curly as it goes down to the bottom. But she also like always looks really intense, and she's walking around. She has
That's an understatement based on that picture.
little tiny mouth, and she has her sword by her side, and you recognize like the air about her and the way that she's kind of walking. She is part of the Balsted Hammer. She's very similarly dressed to the elf that you turned your weapons into at the town command, and
More like the anvil. Jesus Christ.
she is walking through, and her eyes like meet yours, of course, Ayla, and she comes over and is like, Ayla?
That is not the voice I expected.
Well, that's not the voice I expected.
Just start talking.
Ayla, great to see you.
Do I know her?
This is Dafifi Big Toe.
Oh,
She is
spelled Dafifi.
Dafifi.
Big toe.
Big Toe.
What a name, what a woman.
You hadn't seen her yet, like somehow. You had not seen this dwarf. But she is the leader of the Balsted Hammer.
So
Like
I know of her.
You
then?
know of her. I mean,
Okay.
she runs the like local police, basically. So you would have seen her around, probably had conversations that you would have forgotten.
I'm
but-
just gonna pretend like I know her.
Okay. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Wonderful festival. Wonderful festival.
Yes, beautiful weather as always.
Beautiful weather, and I always love when there is no trouble.
Oh, that is always
Love
good.
it.
Yes.
So who are these your friends? It's wonderful to meet all of you. I am Dafifi.
Nice to meet you.
I run the Balsted Hammer around here. So you're in good hands with all of us. Got my sword. She like reaches over and pats her short sword.
Got my sword right here.
So you don't have to worry about anything while you're here. I hope you're enjoying. Is this your first time?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yes, we have enjoyed the hot springs this morning, and now I've played games, and I have told them of the beautiful town.
Did you turn in your longbow, or were you allowed to keep? I can't remember.
You
if
let me
allowed
keep the longbow.
to. Okay. She does like look over at you with the longbow. It's like,
Am I still glowing?
you are.
Oh, okay. I wonder
Um,
how long that will last it for.
She didn't say.
yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was like end of the day or
I'm
something.
like, my hair's still red, I presume.
Yeah, your hair's still red. Yeah, some of the stuff might be the end of the day.
Or the end of the campaign.
She actually, now that you mention it, looks at you and is like, "So I see you visited our hot springs.
I did.
You've got a glow about you." You got that glow. That glow. Sorry, I can't breathe.
I feel much better after I did.
I can see that. Yeah. Great. Did you just do that today?
Yeah, we just came from there.
I try to do that every day if I can.
Really?
Yeah. But I haven't glowed in a long time.
Seems to do wonders.
It does.
Just look at this huge woman.
Well, she's a dwarf, so she's actually...
Oh, so she's short.
She's shorter, and she's looking up at you, yeah.
You can't be that big and that short.
Oh, she is.
Oh, how, like, just
Dwarves
oblong.
weigh
She
like
moves
300-400
very
pounds.
I
slowly.
know, but I just imagine she just, from the
Picture a 4 foot tall Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I think I had her not weighing in at like 300 or
yeah,
something.
they're very squat. I get that.
I have no idea how much she
But
is.
I thought she was just very, like
She's
a big fat
big.
woman.
So she's big.
Probably like the
she's
kingpin.
round.
It's all muscle.
You might not. Yeah, I mean, you still might get hurt real bad.
This
But
was like an eggplant. If the eggplant was like
yeah,
Everybody's
Weird.
a fruit or a vegetable. So.
yeah, very weird gourd.
So I also see you've got a weapon on your back. Has that been approved by my people here?
It has. It has.
Okay.
And he would have been using it as like a walking stick, kind of
Okay.
unstrung.
No arrows on you. Just doing my job, you know.
Of course, I appreciate it.
Gotta
Thank
keep
you for
it
your
safe.
service.
I've got to keep it safe around here.
Do you typically run into a lot of issues at the Joy Festival?
None at all.
Oh.
Never. No issues ever have there ever been at the Joy Festival.
It is safe here.
You know, there are no natural predators on Yamari Island. That's how you know it's safe. Even the wild boars that Kaylin goes and gets, they're like little pygmies. They're so cute, I can't even eat them.
I can.
Just picture them all with a face. I know I've seen you eat them before.
Alden's thinking to himself, yeah, he ate everything else.
Well, I know there's no predators, but there are people.
Right. But everyone who comes here knows that you've got to be respectful. You can get banned from the whole island, never to return again. The only way in and out, Mosswick. They'll stop you. If you try to come in any other way, they know you turn right around. So don't try anything, Missy. I'm watching you. She's like... So I also hear that you're going to be our last, just like every year. Do you know what music you're going to be dancing to?
I have not decided yet.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
It will be, it'll be fun. I love closing down the festival.
I hear we got extra fireworks from the Devenians this year.
Ah, well, that will be,
They will be really
quite
special.
spectacular.
Yeah. I can't wait. They usually send some really good stuff. So, if it's extra special, it's going to be great.
While somebody's walking by, can I try to steal one of their things? That's dead nuts down the center. No, that's more of an 8. Never mind. It was either 8 or 20, and it's an 8. It's on the 8. That's not gonna be hard. Is it sleight of hand? 8 plus 3. 11.
With a natural 20.
I know, right?
So you go to like reach out and you see Defithi is like, oh, look out, he's trying to get one. And the person's like,
You like stop halfway through.
I love her so much.
Is he trying to steal someone else's? Can Nyx try to steal one of his?
sure, roll a sleight of hand. With advantage and you with disadvantage.
18 plus 2?
And you have advantage.
You have advantage, so you can roll twice and take the higher. Not that.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a 4 and a
18.
6.
I got a 4 that time, so.
All right, yeah,
I
no,
rolled
you
a
get
4 as my
2.
lowest.
A 4.
Nyx has stolen from you, Eldon.
I thought Nyx was still on my shoulders. How did he do that?
Jumps
By
out.
being on
Stole
your
from on your
shoulders.
Blink, thank you.
Eldon's like,
And Nyx looks over
He
and
just
just
go-
winks. He just winks at you.
he just goes,
She was like,
he just got a
oh,
will
she
to-
caught you. She caught you.
You started the day off with so many, now it's just dwindling down.
All the
Sorry,
females in my life just take it.
Well,
Fifi, do you get to play any of the games, or
Oh,
are
I
you
play
all work?
all the
Oh
games.
yeah.
I play 'em
What's your
all.
favorite?
my favorite is the barrel run.
Oh.
Sometimes I'm the barrel. And then they just run on me. I let it happen. It's fun. It's fun. I don't cheat when I do it, though. Like, I don't roll myself. They gotta stand and they gotta run.
It is best to keep the games fair, yes.
Yeah, I'm not a cheater. So, I'm gonna have you roll a perception. You.
18.
You can smell the
Booze.
What would it be? What are those? Bahama Mama on her breath as she is talking to you.
I just smirk in acknowledgement of it.
Do you have any more barrel rolls left in you for today?
Oh, it got stuck. Oh God.
Oh no.
How does that happen?
Paper jam.
She kind of thinks about it for a second. Then you see her look over to the patient Faye where she was headed. No, I think I'm good for today. You know what I heard though is some good rum for cheap down the way. Jesus.
Did Defini just fart or something?
Yes,
What was that?
It just can't get through all those layers.
Oh,
It's just
that's
a
how Mama
vibration.
And she's like, you know what? Never mind. I never said anything. All right.
Where?
Is it at Kelly's?
I didn't say anything. It wasn't me. But I'm gonna head down that way.
Thank you for letting us know.
No problem. If you need anything, just let me know. I'm sure if you had the one weapon, your weapons are in safe hands. And it's not even a locked box. Don't tell anybody I told you. We just keep them there to just make sure people are,
Just make sure everyone
Joyful.
feels safe.
yeah, they are safe. They
Absolutely.
feel safe because they are safe.
Especially with you in charge.
You know it. Well,
Enjoy the rum. Perhaps we will see you there later.
maybe. Unless I drink all of it. You won't see me at all for the rest of the festival. No, I'm not going to do that. Well, great to see you again, Ayla.
You too. Defifi.
She just kind of like nods to the rest of you and then, the cute cat. And then she just keeps going down the road.
Okay, she palmed the head. Just yeah.
No, she doesn't touch the cat. Okay.
Well, it does sound like Kelly is using the rum to full effect.
Seems that way.
If you want some, I would recommend now because there will not be none left once she gets there.
Well, we do have a dinner with a diplomat, so perhaps we should keep our wits about us.
I am not negotiating any trade deals.
You can do as you like.
Yes, I typically do.
All right. Okay. So, a couple of, unless there's something else in particular you're going to do.
Elton's gonna try to replace the thing that
Okay.
the only two women in his life that he's ever actually known has taken from him.
I guess as we're walking, I'll be trying to take some too.
Yeah, I'll try to.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, no.
All right, we've got 3. We'll do this one for Iolite. It's a 19.
Mine was a nat one.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no. A 3.
14.
Oh, yep. You get one. I'm going to say 12 is the cutoff point. Forgetting 2. And then...
Yeah.
6.
You got a 9.
Hey, you got one.
Nice. I thought I was gonna fail that for sure.
So, as you continue going on, let's see.
We're all having fun in games, and Kai's just got his hands in his pockets or something.
Sulking. It's hot out.
Yeah, in a
Alright.
trench coat, of course.
So you're continuing on the day.
I'm just imagining Dave in high school for some reason, just with a big coat.
Guy's protecting himself from the sun.
You continue on with the day. About an hour or so passes, and then you, like, walking down Joy Run, you are, like, on your way to Joy Run. When you suddenly begin to hear what sounds like a bunch of people, you hear, like, fight, fight, fight. Like, people start to make this loud, joyous ruckus, as people do, when there is a throwdown happening in the square. You suddenly start hearing people are yelling, and then you kind of look and can see the very, very tall body of the orc that had what's the word I'm looking for? Not fought, declined the invitation to fight from Winkara Wickloop. And you can only see them, but you do see also, like, suddenly a fist just, like, comes up from the ground and, like, smack right in the, like, side of the face, and the orc, like, goes to the side and then turns and looks. And it becomes very clear and apparent that they are fighting a much smaller person than them in the middle of the road. And there is a crowd. Huh?
Is it the rabbit?
Nope.
Damn.
Would one assume it was Winkar Wickloop?
You could maybe assume. So what are you doing, if anything? This is a crowd kind of gathered around here.
So it's unsanctioned.
This is definitely, there's, like, bare fists, and people are, like, kind of gathered around. You see a couple of worried people who are like, "There's not supposed to be fighting! There's not supposed to be fighting!" Like, those folks are like, someone call the guards!
Oh, this is rare. We should get some drinks and watch.
I want to go up and get closer.
Okay. So you start kind of, like, pushing through the crowd there. Not that it's an arena crowd, but it's a very enthusiastic crowd. You see Garzunk, the bone crusher, who was introduced to you, and you do see Winkar on the, like, below as you get closer. You can see, and they're, like, doing, like, backflips and all kinds of, like, jumping off the leg and then jumping up and punch to the face. But this is not, like, there is blood and bruises, and Garzunk is, like, swinging. I'm actually gonna roll to see.
Are they wearing boxing gloves, or is they just, like,
No, they're
going
not.
at it?
Load an
Fight.
episode.
Yeah, I was thinking this.
How close are we?
If you push through, you would be, like, it's, like, right on, like, within 10 feet. Oh my gosh. A 3 and a 4. So he's using the same rules as before. Like, there's one that, like, block.
Is Winkar gonna get stomped again?
I don't know. No, 4 and a 19. So you see Winkar just, like, jumps off the chest of Garzunk and then, like, kicks him in the face with both feet, and then does this flip onto the ground, and he stumbles back. But yeah, definitely an unsanctioned fight here.
Funny if it was like the movie Kickboxer. They take their they put the, like,
glass,
glue in
yeah.
the glass and on their bare knuckles.
You see, like, people are like, "No, please stop." Someone on the edge is like, "You gotta stop. Someone call the Hammer or the Valiant. Someone get them over." Is there anything you wanted to do?
I
Not call the
think I
cops.
need to make a roll.
Okay.
That's a fail.
Okay.
Does he lose a point? Whatever that meant.
Actually, I'm gonna pull you up because I don't remember.
Ooh. He's using feet.
I know, I turned into kickboxing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. So yeah, they are continuing to like.
Does either of them look like they're really hurt?
Not yet.
Okay.
But let's see. Garzunk is able to. Let me look.
Before you finish that sentence, is
Yes.
there anybody taking bets? Is there like a guy in the back row? Like
You see some people taking bets, yeah.
I'm gonna find somebody taking bets, and I'm gonna bet on the orc, the half
Okay.
orc.
Okay.
I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet 2 gold.
2 gold.
2
Okay.
gold on the orc.
All right. Yeah, the Garzunk is able, like the second hit, like when Windcar comes running up. I'll have you roll insight. Are you getting closer or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna get closer. Just
Okay,
be
you
nosy.
can roll an insight with advantage.
Chaotic alignment coming.
I would make sure that as far as she was going, I was right there.
Okay.
I want to snatch a laugh
Okay.
during the fight.
Can I try to
From him or
No, just anyone.
I think it's like
Someone watch
I
it.
got you, and you're like,
I mean, I'll take it. It's there, but
6.
Okay.
part of me this year when I go to Kansas Fair wants
no,
to
you
go
had
get
advantage.
just a bunch of
Yeah, with advantage.
dollars.
Oh, no.
You rolled 2
The
ones?
dollar coin. So if I buy anything, I'm just like
No
slapping
better.
my hand.
It's no
It's a little
better.
better.
It's like 2 better.
It's 2 better.
It's 2 better. Okay.
Hey, 2 can be a hell of a lot in this game sometimes.
9.
Well, did I just roll an 18? So. You rolled with advantage because.
Oh, I get advantage. Never mind.
Yeah, because people aren't paying attention to you.
Oh.
Yeah. Anybody who's rolling
No.
to snatch laughs
It was
here.
worse. It was less.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Somebody sees you and they're like, "Hey," and then they just keep looking.
Why are you touching my butt?
Yes. So you just like Windcar runs up, like kind of weaving a little bit, and then jumps up, and you see Garzuk just does like an uppercut as they come running up, and then go flying back, hit the ground. Anyone doing anything else?
are we supposed to like jump in? We're just watching
I'm not
this.
stopping.
They're just hashing out a dispute.
If it looks like somebody's getting bad, Kai, we'll slow
Okay.
down.
You do see this next hit from Windcara, actually, who rolled a combo. They come over and they do this like combo move on Garzuk, who then kind of falls back down and actually hits the ground. Eyes like getting bloody and face getting bloody, and then Windcara like runs right up again. Like, this is
Pride soccer kicks him in the head.
yeah, this is like less. There's something about this interaction that is not similar to what happened in the ring. But as they run up, Garzunk at that point, like, they come running up, like not really paying attention, and he just like lifts his foot back and slams right into Winkara's face, who then goes skidding back onto the ground and just like lays there for a second, just like coughs up a little
That's
bit of blood.
perfect timing.
And is just like lying down on the ground, and then Garzunk gets up. And at that point, you do see the Valiant and the Cassian Guard are on their way. Like, they are pushing through the crowd. People are starting to move. And you see Garzunk kind of like slowly walks over to where Windcara is. I'm actually gonna roll. You see them contemplating. as they stand above Winkara, who's looking like up at them, and like you see almost like their leg twitch a little bit, like deciding whether or not to kind of stomp down on this little gnome. You see also when Kara tries to like spit up, but can't reach like a 7.5 foot tall face all the way up there. It's just like it goes like off to the side. And then Valiant comes in and they like pull them apart, and Garzunk is like, I didn't start it, I just finished it. And they pull him away and then come over and like lift up Winkara, who's like, don't touch me, spitting up this blood and everything. And they lead them both towards the town command at that point. And you get...
Turned into my bookie.
You get 4 gold.
Now that it's over, I want to try to snatch one of those things while everybody's paying attention to like, the guards and stuff.
You can roll with advantage.
It's a 12. 12 and a 13.
2 11s.
16.
Alright, you get it. There you go. Whoop. I'm getting closer. So as you watch...
you just turn around and you just see.
You watch them being led away, and actually... well, now that would be done. Kill. You watch as Kaylin, the hunter that always seems to find you, is like kind of just slips up behind and is like, "Wow, that was crazy. How are you all doing? Are you all right? I know no fighting at the Joy Festival. You traumatized? Are you okay?"
Oh, I'm slightly bit richer, thanks to that experience.
Well, it's kind of crazy.
What was their dispute?
I came in after it was already started, but from what I heard of people, that the Winkara wind just came up and started swinging. He looked a little drunk, to be honest.
Well, the big one did insult him last night, yes?
I don't know. I mean, he kind of just wouldn't fight him.
That, to a fighter, I would imagine, is insulting.
But he didn't win, so, like, if they don't win any of their fights, what kind of honor is that to even fight? Listen, I don't know. I'm just saying. Just making sure you're all good. You know, we want you to enjoy our lovely village here. Have you had any of the wild boar on a stick? I caught it myself.
That was going to be my next stop.
Well, come on by when I'm over there. I'll get you some for free. I did the whole thing, cleaned it, dressed it, everything. Undressed it. Stole that joke.
Yes, we will take advantage of your gracious offer.
All right. Hope to see you over there. Pats somebody on the back. Might not even be you. And then heads off.
Do they have any sashes?
Yes, they have.
Can I try to grab
sashes.
one?
Yeah, go
As
ahead.
they walk away?
Mm-hmm.
17 plus 3, 20.
It's a 9.
I thought you were going to say it like a dirty 22.
Nope, so you get one. Just
I
grab one
want to
off.
try to take Eldon's again.
Oh,
I had good luck last time.
All right. Disadvantage.
Do I get advantage or just regular?
I think I said yes.
14.
I was having you guys do advantage versus disadvantage. You never know.
And for this one, it's not sleight of hand, it's see perception?
Perception for you.
Okay. And I had disadvantage. It's 14.
18.
Oh, just one.
I can only get them from you, it seems.
And I'm feeling cheeky after winning money, so I'm just going to try to get a sash too.
Okay.
You gonna steal hers?
15. No, just a passerby.
That's a 7. So yeah,
Nice.
you get one too. Hey. Ooh, I got close. So as you
Started out shitty, but it's now being profitable.
as you watch the guards lead the 2 fighters away, the day is it's like mid-afternoon, almost like evening time by now, so it's almost time for the wizard and the jester going on at separate times, not together. And
Damn.
That's
Can we
the
make
subtitle of the
Are they
book.
gonna fight? Yeah.
Can we make them fight?
I mean,
Um,
maybe no, that doesn't work.
all right, and
if we find it, Eldon will try to swing by. If we're walking in that direction,
okay.
the boring stick.
The what?
Kalen, it was Kalen the hunter.
Oh, the boar on a stick. Okay, I think you said boring stick.
No, if
Like
we're going
boring
in
stick.
that direction, I'm
Yeah.
not sure on the map where.
Yeah. You can get some. She gives you some of the free wild boar on a stick. It is really, really good.
It sounds it.
That should be a
Want that?
dinner that we make here. Just meat on a stick
Yeah.
at some point.
Meat on a stick, mozzarella sticks.
Yes.
Yes, and as you head up to her, she says, "Oh, it's great to see you. I hope you've been enjoying."
It's like 2
the
minutes
thing."
later.
Yeah. It's like,
Like,
come by.
yeah,
It's like,
You really, really wanted this.
turn around. Like,
It's good. It's good. My grandfather's own seasonings on it too. It's not just boring old meat on a stick. Yeah.
My mouth is literally watering thinking about like a glazed like pork on a stick, you know?
Well, after this, you should go get some of that. Go get some of that rum over at Callie's. But just watch out, because Lewis and Simeon are on a tear. They're pretty pissed. Every time I've walked down Joy Run today, I just see Lewis just like sitting outside of the tent, like arms crossed, staring over at. But she's having a party down there. So,
Did we
saying
back
worth
the
it.
wrong horse on this one?
I don't know.
Saying it's worth
We should
it.
see how the party is. Maybe it's
That
it's
Rosecaster
rockin'.
rum is selling for like 3 times the price over at Simeon's.
she's undercutting.
And
We
she is
fuck
selling
ourselves.
it at
She
1
undercut.
silver. Just 1. She's like, but you have to buy 4 mugs of ale first. Then you get the Rosecaster at the discount.
Oh, that's pretty
She's
smart.
a smart
How
cookie,
much?
that
For
one.
what avail?
4 mugs.
Oh, 4 mugs.
Yeah. Just saying. Go enjoy.
If anyone asks, it was stolen from us.
If anyone asks, it's none of their business.
Here, have some meat on a stick.
Meat on a stick.
1 for everyone.
Always makes you happy.
Here you go. 1 for the kitty.
Thank.
I just put it in the cat. Like,
Alright, so she's like, go get some of that rum before it's gone. I mean, she's got those jugs. Them jugs. But, you know. She could still run out of it today.
Guess we better check it out.
You're not being forced. It's, you know.
honestly, we should have been able to walk away with a lot more of our own, but either way. Enjoy the festival.
You too. Have a great day.
How much time before we're supposed to meet up with the ambassador?
Well, it's getting close to dinner. Like the suns are starting to set because it's an early setting. She didn't really give you a time, so really it's just kind of dinner time. So in a couple of hours. And
Let's go see what trouble we can start over there. Yes.